And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. We got a big revelation that is currently storming on X and actually has affected the stock market as we are live right now, as a massive boycott of Netflix has started, led by none other than Elon Musk. This is after a series of reveals, and quite frankly, one is, both are disgusting, but one of them absolutely demonic. And if you have children, this is probably where you need to draw the line when it comes to Netflix, because it truly is disgusting. We're going to jump over there, guys, onto X. I'm going to tell you the story as to what is going on and why this boycott has started. But as stated, it's caused a bit of a drop in the stock market. And as I said, go woke, go broke. That's the old motto. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see over on X, now this is where everything had started, guys. Initially, basically, this show called Dead End Paranormal Park, a show on Netflix, is pushing pro-transgender on children. This show is advertised for 7-year-olds and is being promoted on Netflix Kids now. So this is a little segment from it. I need to be careful of how much I play, but this is essentially a bit of a segment from it. And this is where this boycott started.
It's not the park. It's me. I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And being here, it's like a whole new place.
So I'm not going to play any more of that, but essentially pushing this sort of transgender crap down children's throats. Now, I'm very passionate on this subject, and I don't think this is something that children should be subjected to, especially shows that are advertised towards 7-year-olds. It's absolutely demonic, and it's absolutely disgusting. But this gets a little bit deeper and darker, and which has led to the initial boycott as well. As the individual that has made this, the name by Hamish Steele, essentially, as you can see there in his bio, award-winning creator of Netflix's Dead End Paranormal Park. And this is essentially what he replied to Keir Starmer following Charlie Kirk's assassination. He said, "Why the fuck are you even commenting on this, dickhead? You sympathy for any other the families being slaughtered by your weapons, but a random Nazi gets shot and it's public statement. You're such a fucking evil shit." So this is the creator of the show. He put this in a comment towards Keir Starmer in relation to the Charlie Kirk assassination. So this is the second point as to why people are boycotting this Netflix show. I mean, there's two things to go over here, which is absolutely disgusting, and we're probably going to break them both down in a moment. But this is wild. They've got a creator coming out there and calling Charlie Kirk a Nazi. So that should be enough in a way to not give Netflix your money in the first place. But as you can see, we're starting to see this boycott happen. I'm going to go over to Elon Musk's profile in a moment. There you go. There's the initial comment there, by the way, from this freak of nature. Of course, replying to Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, and saying that about Charlie Kirk. But if we get on over to Elon Musk, of course, has been pushing this and has been speaking about it, and you're going to start to see things. Oh, Tommy Robinson. Anyway, he's going hard on it. Cancel Netflix, right? So he started the boycott last night, but he's been going hard on it at all. But as you can see, Netflix appears to openly boast about discriminating against white people. In the Inclusion and Diversity report, they celebrate that the percentage of racially underrepresented directors and lead characters has been growing significantly over the past few years. Why doesn't Netflix hire based on qualifications instead of skin color? So you can see this chart there, and then of course Elon Musk quote posting it, saying cancel Netflix. And we're starting to see more as well. We're going to start to see a reflection in the stock market too with regard to this boycotting of Netflix. But this is another Netflix show here as well. And I've got to be careful what I show on YouTube because it's Netflix copyrighted content. But essentially a Netflix show, Co-Chameleon, features interracial gay dads attempting to raise a baby as transgender who make the toddler dance for them in the drag. This is the woke version of Basha Bazi. And as Tim Burchett says, demonic. So this is the sort of content that Netflix is now pushing on their channel. This is the sort of the content they're showing children. By the way, I've never ventured, probably a lot like you, never ventured over to Netflix Kids because, well, we're adults. We're not going to be watching that sort of stuff. But this is what happens when you don't monitor what these sites are actually pushing, what shit they're pushing down people's throats, especially your children's throats. It's absolutely demonic, as we're starting to hear now as well. I'm just going to go through some more because, as I said, the boycott, of course, started yesterday. After Elon Musk told his 226 million followers he's cancelling Netflix, the trend has gone viral of people posting their cancellation. It's time to cancel and boycott Netflix. As you can see, let's keep going further down here with regard to this. There you go, Elon Musk again saying, cancel Netflix for the health of your kids. This is a meme here, obviously as Trojan horse, transgender, woke agenda, and of course infiltrating under the guise of Netflix to your children. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Let's keep going to see a little bit more here from Elon Musk, and then we're going to go into the representation today in the stock market because we are seeing it sort of drop. But as you can see, reposting all of this post with regard to this initial show as well. Just cancelled my Netflix expression. So this is where it started. He said same. So that's where the mass boycott started. But let's head over to the Netflix boycott. Boycott. And as you can see, many people, of course, getting involved with this. Elon Musk cancelled Netflix and now millions are following his lead. The boycott wave is here. Cancel your subscription, boycott Netflix, send a message loud and clear. As you can see, going viral under the hashtag of Netflix boycott due to not just the first show, this this park thing, but one of the creators, of course, calling Charlie Kirk a Nazi. And then you've got this crap as well, gay interracial fathers trying to bring up a transgender child. This is disgusting and almost perverse that they're even pushing this crap on the show. And to be fair, I've been making jokes about Netflix for quite a while. And when we're talking about the Russian-Ukraine war, wait for the moment where Zelensky's going to be portrayed as a black guy or as an Asian guy, as the sort of war hero that they're going to try and push. They'll probably, make out that Putin is going to be a certain character, but everything that they do, they completely cancel and ruin the product by this woke agenda that they're pushing. But as you can see here, this is a pre-market numbers look abysmal for Netflix. And this is just after the sort of boycott, as you can see. They are dropping like anything mad, going into the red. And as they say, as the motto goes, go woke, go broke. Now, this is on the, I found this quite weird, on the Dead End Paranormal Park as well. This is what Common Sense said. Fun, spooky series features LGBTQ plus and racial diversity. Now, I don't really care too much about racial diversity, whatever, you can put that in. I don't really like original characters being portrayed as something. If someone's wrote a story, I don't like the box ticking. But my problem here is this LGBTQ plus crap that's shoved down children's throats. It's not something that they should be subjected to. It's not something that they should just be normalized in their minds, The children are a sponge, especially as young as 7. They're a sponge. Their consciousness, yes, they're conscious, of course, but they're a sponge to everyday life. Now, when I was younger, I never heard of anything, and I'm only 28. And I never heard of people being trans when I was a child, and I'm sure people didn't hear about this, but now we're starting to hear about it more often. And it's because this woke, crappy agendas just shoved down their throats in the form of television. You can't just tell children what they can and can't be. It's perverse and it's absolutely disgusting, and I hate seeing this crap pop up all of the time. But this is why it's sparking people wanting to leave Netflix. Every MAGA boycott ends the same way. You brag online, Netflix stock goes up, and you sheepishly call back once the next season of Stranger Things drops. I'm seeing that in the live chat as well. So this is another guy here again. Netflix has 250 million subscribers worldwide. Your little boycott means less than Eric Trump. Okay, so this is a sort of hater with regard to it. But in a way, you can. We've seen it happen with sort of Jaguar before here in the UK. That, of course, if they start fucking around and going woke, then they do go broke. As simple as that. But yeah, you're starting to see it in real time here in the stock market. This is just the 1 day average. It's dropped. This is the impact that Elon Musk actually has. And that's why the British establishment are also very, very scared on what Elon Musk says. We've seen, of course, Ed Miliband come out. We've seen, of course, a lot of the Labour Party try and come out and begrudge him, make him out to be some sort of evil guy, because they know the impact he has. The impact of what he has on social media and his social reach can impact things just like this. Like he even did with his own company. Remember, his own stock fell because he took a toke of, I think, a spliff on the Joe Rogan podcast, and his stock crashed quite a lot as well. So he does have a lot of impact. He does have a lot of weight to move around, and this is what he can personally do to companies if they start effing around, especially with this bullshit. I can't believe it. And we've not even touched the surface with regard to the creator, because he's a horrible, horrible person. He really is. He's a horrible, horrible man. And, coming out and calling individuals such as Charlie Kirk as a Nazi. Disgusting. Really is. This was another thing as well back in the UK, by the way, and with the United Kingdom. We all know about it. This was shoved down our throats with regard to the mainstream media, but also the Labour government. When we seen this show come out, and whilst I did like his acting, I'll give him that. A young English actor did very well to get the award that he did. It was nothing to take away from him. He can't choose and pick and choose his roles. It was some good acting. No, I've never seen the show actually, but I've seen clips. But what the actual show was based on. This is what Netflix do. They play around with certain things, and as you can see, people have had enough of Netflix false narratives, misrepresenting every character, deliberately demonizing white people, pushing transgenderism, most impressionable audiences, children, and sexualizing children's content. Disgusting. It really is disgusting. No, I don't even want to watch any more of these clips, but I can't believe these shows are actually featuring on Netflix. It's disgusting. But yeah, I'm interested to see how far this movement moves. I'm interested to see what people are thinking in our sort of chat, guys. What do you make of everything that's been said? What do you make of the boycott on Netflix? Are you getting involved? Are you not getting involved? Do let me know where your sort of standpoint is with regard to Netflix and the way that they're sort of moving forward. Now, I won't really disclose necessarily the sort of platform I use. Some UK guys and gals will know, but I can't say it online, unfortunately. But yeah, but yeah, I use a platform. I use something cool. It's a good platform. I watch my movies. Amazon. That's it. Amazon. Sean says Netflix is actually down a lot more. Sorry, Sean, let me get your message up. Ooh, why is this not coming through? Right, Sean's message up. It didn't come up on the screen for some reason. He said Netflix is actually down a lot more than that. The rest of the market is up. Netflix is one of the top 5 of an S&P, I think. So yeah, it's down more than it appears. Good point, to be fair, Sean. I'm not no stock market expert or anything like that. I'm not a trader or anything, so I don't really know. I'm looking at it in layman terms. But yeah, I'm just going with what I say. I don't make out I'm some stock expert or anything like that, but I'm just looking as a layman. Now, why is the thing not coming through? 2 seconds. Let me try and sort this out. The old chat's not coming through. Let's try that again. There we go. Bray says, and I'm supposed to suppose Tom and Jerry is too violent. Probably. That's the world that we live in when it comes to child TV shows. Duncan Bradshaw says children don't know good from bad, right from wrong. They don't, and that's why it's so important. And this is actually why I'm so passionate on school. And when you have an individual teacher, you see these teachers go around. They've got their own individual ideologies. Now, imagine one of your children being put into a school at 7 years old. They've got a teacher for the whole year who has a certain ideology, and I've seen these horror stories appear, more so in America, but we've seen some stuff in the United Kingdom as well, where they start trying to stamp their mark on things and start saying, well, you can't celebrate Easter because we want to be more diverse and all of those kind of things. But imagine you have a teacher with certain ideologies and they've got a year with your child where they're allowed to push their ideologies and their agendas and shape your child the way that you don't want them to do. Teachers are supposed to be very neutral, and we're talking about teachers from a standpoint. But with Netflix, we shouldn't be letting these perverse individuals infiltrate children's young minds through cartoons and television. When I was younger, I was obsessed with the cartoon. I might seem a bit young, or depending on people my age. I used to love a cartoon called Recess. It was just normal. There was no crap on there. But, you feel as a child when you watch things, whether that be movies or TV shows, you really want to try and emulate a character that you like, right? When you're young, you know some of your heroes, you see kids dressing up as Batman and all of these characters, you get really like, your mind gets creative and you want to, resemble these certain characters. Now with these individuals, chucking and throwing perverse stuff around, like this Netflix series that's even on Netflix, I don't understand how it's on there anyway, is very dangerous for a child's mind. It really is. Recess was awesome. Yeah, it was a great show. Thank you for your kind words. We need Netflix for the boxing. I can't tell you where to go, man. I can't tell you where to go, but you might have someone around, someone around that helps you with the sports. Who knows? I can't give you much more than that. Begins in I, ends in V. You have to make it up from there. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm interested to know your thoughts on this whole Netflix saga down in the comments. Are you getting involved in the boycott, or do you like Stranger Things too much? Look, I understand there is some good TV shows on there. I'm not coming out and saying that is completely bad. Netflix. It's just the shows that they're running. Some of them can be demonic, although a large proportion of the platform is pretty good, right? But they, of course, have to get rid of this perverse stuff. And they have to get rid of these perverse people that are trying to infiltrate children's minds. And they also need to sort of cancel these kind of shows, but also cancel the people that try to cancel other people. They love cancel culture, the left, but when they come up with outrageous, disgusting rhetoric that's absolute misinformation, they're still allowed to uphold their positions. But you're seeing individuals in the Met Police today that they're being suspended if they support Tommy Robinson. So it's all about, being political. What side of the political spectrum you're on. Because someone said Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, deserved it, all of these kind of things. He's a director of this perverse transgender cartoon. But then all of a sudden, if you're in the Met Police and you support Tommy Robinson or you follow Tommy Robinson, you lose your job. So which one is it? I don't understand. I think it's something to do with the political spectrum. But this is an American company. I am an advocate of free speech. But then again, when ideologies and certain ideologies come onto a platform, it can be very, very dangerous, especially to children. This sort of stuff should be age-rated. If you want to be trans and all of this kind of stuff and go down and fly your flags and all these things, okay, do it behind closed doors. Do what you want, but you don't need to infiltrate children's innocent minds. Disgusting. Makes me sick. But guys, I'm going to go. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you